Hey everyone, in this video I wanted to talk to you guys about summer internships. So I'm sure you must have heard that when you go do your master's or PhD program abroad, it's kind of hard to land a summer internship. You need to have a lot of communication skills and interview skills and networking skills and build your resume the right way and all that kind of stuff, right? So this is kind of common knowledge, but I'm not here to talk to you about that. What I want to talk to you about is the timeline of the internship search and how this kind of poses a problem for a lot of students and how you guys can sort of subvert this problem, how you guys can avoid this problem. Okay, so let's get started. First, let's begin with the timeline of the internship search, all right? So here on the screen, I have the timeline of the first year or so of your master's program, all right? So let's assume that you're going for a fall 23 intake, which means that your program will begin in September 23, and then you'll complete your first semester by December 23, and then your second semester, your spring semester will be in Jan 24 till approximately April 24, and then you will have the summer break from May 24 to August 24, right? So this is your fall, spring, and summer semesters. So your goal as a student is to land that summer internship for 2024, okay? So here are the two major hiring peaks for internships. For a fall 23 intake, this would be September and October 2023. And for and of course, the second hiring peak is going to be January and February 2024, all right? So by hiring peaks, I mean a lot of companies are going to be looking to hire at this time. Of course, the exact hiring pattern will depend on your company or like the field that you're in. For example, manufacturing, typically a lot of companies will hire late, let's say around Jan-Feb, versus let's say computer science or maybe data science, they might hire a little bit more early, let's say September or October, especially these big companies that hire a lot of, they have a lot of hiring drives and stuff, they'll tend to hire a little bit early. So now if you look at this chart, do you sort of see the problem here? All right, now let me sort of outline this for you, all right? Let's say that you are a mechanical engineering student and then you're looking to switch into data science, okay? Let's say that. And you start your master's in data science program. Congratulations on getting in. You start in September. So September 23, you're there in college, you have your first semester, you're still figuring out your housing, still getting all your furniture and you're settling in into the US or whatever country you're going to, getting your bank account stuff and credit cards and whatever. And you're still settling in, but you also have to simultaneously search for an internship. That part is fine. Forget about the settling part, you guys will be okay. The real problem is that when you are switching careers and you're trying to get into a new field, you will have pretty much no skills in that new field, right? If you have no data science experience and you're going into a data science course, then how are you going to search for internships in data science, right? What are you going to tell them when you send them your resume, when you send them your cover letter and all that? Essentially, you're not going to be a competitive applicant when you apply to all these data science internships as a mechanical engineer with no data science experience. This essentially means that the first hiring peak you can't hit because you don't have the necessary skills, right? This is a little bit easier if you're doing the same thing. For example, if you did, let's say, bachelor's in a manufacturing focused field, and then you're doing master's again in a manufacturing focused field, then you can use those skills in order to apply. But if you're making sort of any kind of switch, then you're screwed. You don't have the skills in the new field. This means that you can only hit the second hiring peak of January and February. Now, there's another problem here, right? So January and February, you're going to complete your fall semester, and that's great. You would have taken 3 courses in the fall semester, just like everybody else, and you can put those 3 courses in your resume. That's awesome, okay? However, the problem here is that when you apply to internships, again in January and February, everybody else in the applicant pool would have already also completed 3 courses, and they would have very similar 3 courses in their resume, okay? So how are you going to stand out, right? Companies will tend to hire students not just based on the courses that they've taken, that part is fine, but based on the skills that they can exhibit, right? And how do you exhibit skills? This means that you actually need to have real world applications of those skills in either projects or internships and all that. So internships obviously not going to work out, but you need to have real world applications of your skills in projects, right? And if you take a project-based course, then it's possible that you might have some projects that you can put in your resume. But typically, I took a project-based course last semester, and these projects are typically really elementary. It's not really something worthwhile that you can put into a resume, and it's not really going to boost your chances of getting a job or anything. So what you have to do is you sort of have to spend time outside of class working on a project, or if you have a research assistantship, then that's fantastic. But if you don't, you have to spend time outside of class working on a project and applying the skills that you need in order to apply for an internship that January and February, right? So that's the solution to this problem. If you want to hit that second peak, then this is what you have to do. What happens if you want to hit the first peak, right? If you want to apply to internships in September and October, what are you going to do? This means that you need to build your skills even before you land in the US, or again, whatever country you're going to, right? So let's say you get an admit, let's say Jan, Feb, or March of 2023. From that time till September 2023, you need to be building your skills that are going to make you internship ready or job ready when it's time for you to apply to all these positions, right? Or if you're lucky, you already have work experience that is sort of related to the field that you're getting into, and therefore you can use those skills in order to apply for the jobs in the future, right? And this is, I guess, another bonus point of why working before you go for your master's can be a good idea. So hopefully now you guys understand the timeline of applying to summer internships, the problems that you guys might face as a first-year master's student in landing an internship, and how you can sort of remedy some of those problems and get yourself a summer internship. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed for more awesome graduate program and international student, master's program, all this kind of good stuff. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.